What's up YouTube, it's me Matt38 and we are back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about one of the worst things in the entire game. And I don't see people making videos about it, complaining about it, because it's like in Dragonflight, a conjuring, a dark cult came together and they were like, okay, we're going to take the worst ideas possible from Shadowlands, like the tedious grinding, the time-gated progression, um, the over complexity, and we're going to jam all of that into crafting because people loved it so much in Shadowlands that we're gonna make this the new thing in Dragonflight. And ultimately, the result is it's fucked up the economy. No one enjoys it. Anyone new to this game who tries out a profession will not understand it because it is so overly complex. People are getting frustrated because they are picking the wrong knowledge specs early on and wasting knowledge points rather than going for the meta, so they're not actually making any gold. So 90% of the things they're crafting is just a bunch of junk, and there's little to no demand for any of the things which are really being crafted. I think the one saving grace has been housing, which is actually a viable way to make gold with blacksmithing without waiting on crafting orders which never appear. Um, but yeah, I thought we would go into the issue of crafting, which is basically typical Blizzard taking something which was simple and making it overly complex. I didn't touch professions really in Dragonflight, in the War Within, and in Midnight I came along. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make some gold. I'm really excited to do this. I'm really stoked. I'm gonna get into blacksmithing and mining. Now, to start off with, this is a progression system. It is time gated. I cannot progress any further with more knowledge points throughout the week on mining after I get a certain amount of knowledge points. There is a cap. So what happens when Midnight releases? Well, a bunch of people buy early access, a bunch of gold farmers and gold bodders buy early access, and they just absolutely fill the economy with all of these resources like copper ore, um, gold tier copper ore, uh, all of these ingots and things like that, and just sell them for tons of cash because obviously supply and demand, the expansion launches, people need to buy things. So that is ridiculous. That is literally people paying early access to 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 effectively do what you can't do in raiding or in PvP. Like imagine if people could play or pay for early access to actually play PvP and get Gladiator first or get rank 1 first. People would be mad about it. I mean, PvP is already mad about the game, so it's not that difficult. But in raiding or something, imagine Mythic Plus, like they stick $20 and say like, yeah, if you pay $20, you can get early access to do this. It's crazy. It's out of this world stupid. So anyways, that fucked up the economy because always the gold farmers win. And then secondly, the specialization system. How does it work? Well, for blacksmithing, you basically have to go over here, check these things every single day, because these are the only things which grant you knowledge points after a certain amount of time. And then you have to do this, create it, wait a long time, complete the order, and then it goes to your mail. So I've just created this thing on my crafting order. Look at this. I have to fly over here just to pick up my crafting order. I mean, it is crazy. It's such a stupidly designed thing. Why not stick a mailbox here, or why not have it deliver you instantly? Now you got to go directly to the mailbox. And then the specialization system is absolutely overly complex. I don't understand what half of these things actually do. Um, I'm just picking random things at this rate because I don't care about crafting anymore. I've given up on it. Another thing is how you cannot actually craft things you want to craft. Basically, I need to unlock things through a certain specialization by spending a certain amount of knowledge points. Basically, if I pick the wrong talents and I want to make gold first, then I'm fucked if I want to create PvP gear for my ults. And this was the whole reason I was going to go into crafting. And I can't do it because I picked the wrong specializations. And there's no way to reset your specs. I know I sound like I'm going on a bit of a rant at the moment, but this system is so bloated. That also the appendix here basically gives you little to no understanding. There's no sort of visual understanding of what your talents are actually doing or what you're increasing. And then you've got these stupid accessories up here. For no apparent reason, you've got free accessories, um, none of which I understand what they're doing. And the better quality things, like everything is, rather than just being a normal piece of armor, like the game and everything else, everything in professions now comes in quality tiers that you get more gold quality is the best thing ever for your crafting. So yeah, I really, really do not like this system. I don't think a lot of people like it. I think if you're new to the game and you're trying to get into crafting, you're not going to get into it because of how bloated and stupid this system is. You know how to fix this? You know how to fix this? You basically scrap this entire section called specializations. No one likes it. You scrap personal accessories except for pickaxe quality. You make it so you can mine from 1 to 100 throughout the expansion without any sort of stupid knowledge points and things like that. And stupid rare ore, which is going to make mining easier. You just make it a normal progression system, like in Classic. Um, you remove all of these stupid things, which basically cause a mass inflation on the market, where people are basically mining thousands of nodes of ore per day just because they've chosen the right talents. Um, and then anything like mining new things, or not mining, but anything like blacksmithing, you go and buy it in the profession trainer. You don't need to get stupid sort of made up currencies from patron orders. No, you can just do it normally. You go to different profession trainers, or you kill certain rare mobs for rare things, or you buy PvP professions with honor. Yeah, okay, I'll let that one go. And then you fix the profession system. It's not that difficult, Blizzard. Come on, it can be fixed. Easy, simple.